Alrighty. Today I want to talk to you about your soul. The dichotomy that is your soul. You have two choices. Period. Accept Jesus or don't. Believe on him or don't. Bring him into your heart or don't. That's up to you. 100% on you. Police are out here with scan guns. So I've seen this before. I'm going to do it too. This is your soul. It's worth $100. Well, your soul is worth more than that, but let's just say your soul were worth $100. It's nice and clean and straight, just like it was when you were born, but you went through life, and this happened. You went through your life, and you committed sin. You deserve to go to hell. All of us do. Anybody that says that God has done something, why does God allow this to happen, that to happen? He doesn't. We chose this. And anybody that says, well, it was Adam and Eve's fault. No, it wasn't, because you sinned. We all have. We've all done some horrible things. And that sin causes you to go to hell, period. Any sin. One tittle of the law means you've committed all of them. So if you walk around and go, oh, I didn't commit that sin, I'm better than that person. No, you're not. You've committed the sin just like everybody else has committed the sin. So you didn't do something that somebody else did. Doesn't make you better, because if you break one law, you've broken them all. The Bible says that. That's your soul. It's all crumpled up. Looks terrible. But guess what? The good news is this. No matter what happens to this, I can still take this to the store and spend it. It's still worth something. Your soul is worth everything. God is in heaven. We've sinned in the Garden of Eden, and we've continued to sin ever since. Imagine the price you ask God to pay when you ask him into your heart. If you thought about the other side of the coin, God's in heaven and you've asked him to save you. Do you have any idea the price that he paid for that to happen? Just that alone, you should drop to your knees and thank him for what he's done. It is amazing what he did for us. Why did he do it? I don't know. All he had to do was destroy the devil and this planet and everything and start all over again. I have a few theories. Maybe it's because he wanted a group of people that would worship him who understand what sin is and have gotten away from sin and are no longer in sin. Really? I just moved over here to get away from you. Once you've asked God for forgiveness, you're saved. You're always saved. There's nothing you can do, past, present, or future, that will cause you to lose that salvation. However, John 6:44 says that no man comes to the Father lest the Father draw him. In the Galilean wedding, the groom offers the cup to the bride, and the bride either takes the cup or she doesn't. Many are called, but few are chosen. So, you've been offered this cup. Are you going to open the door? Go somewhere quietly, get on your knees, and pray, and ask Jesus into your heart. And he'll do the rest. Are you going to be completely, perfect the next day? No, you're not. Don't even think that. And if you aren't, don't think you're not saved, because you are. A lot of people, though, think that they're saved because they're doing good things. They're donating money, they're acting a certain way. They point their fingers at everybody else and say, I'm not doing what he's doing. That's a danger. You got to be careful for that. You don't want to get caught in that. When God says don't judge, you can judge a sin. A well, that's a sin, that's bad. But what you can't say is you are going to go to hell because of that sin. You can't say that. It's not your place. That's the judgment God's talking about. But you're stealing something. That is a sin. That's a fact, and you can say that. You can't say, oh, you're going straight to hell now. I know you're going to hell. How do you know? How do you know anything? You don't know that they're going to hell. So my point is that the price God paid was enormous. His only begotten Son was beaten. Oh, he was beaten so bad, and he was carried across, and then they ran nails through his hands. He hung on a cross in complete shame. And then he's the one, by the way, he's the one that said, it is finished. And he gave up the ghost. That's important, because he was in complete control the entire time. He suffered, though. Oh my goodness, he suffered. Wow, I can't even believe he did that for us. So, but he did. And that alone should drive you to your knees. I can't even imagine. I mean, in this day and age, this planet knows, I think Jesus Christ would be the most popular name on the face of the earth. Literally. God's going to give each of us to our knowledge and what we know. So if you are living in America and you've denied Christ, I mean, seriously, it's so easy here in this country. We have it so easy to accept Christ. We hear about it every day. To deny it, you're a fool. You're an absolute fool. To deny Christ, you're just a fool. If you're living on an island somewhere where Jesus Christ is not taught whatsoever, God still judges based on the heart. I still believe those people have a chance. Maybe they go into the millennium for 1,000 years where they will know about Christ, and at the end of it, they'll be tempted. And they will be have a choice at that point, a better choice than what they have currently. God's fair, man. God's He's got everything under control. He gives chance after chance after chance. He doesn't stop giving chances. There's just, you really got to want to not go to heaven. I mean, you just literally have to not want to go to heaven. To not go to heaven. You have to completely deny that any of this is real. You have to accept the garbage that the planet's 1 billion years old and dinosaurs roamed the earth and all this stuff, millions and millions of years ago. You have to accept that garbage in order to be not saved. The fact is, I mean, when they argue, like an atheist argues about there's no God and that there's nothing, you'll never hear them argue that Jesus Christ did not come here. There's too much proof. It's written all over the place. It's written in the Bible. It's written in several manuscripts. There's a book out there called the Book of Enoch. You got this guy Coach in the fight, arguing that there's a third testament. I think there's just other writings. I mean, you say 5,000 people, you're going to have a writer out there in the crowd. And he wrote what he saw, and his account literally looks just like, Matthew, Mark, and Luke's account. However, it's not inspired by God. Every word in the actual Bible, nothing's missing, nothing's lacking. Every word in there has meaning and is layered on top of layer. If you watch Dr. Beria or Interrupts 165 or Ministry Revealed, if you watch those guys, they have peeled the layers of the Bible back like nobody I've ever seen. Anyway, I gotta go. I got $100 to spend. Guess what? It's crumpled up, it's ugly, it's worn out, but this is still worth $100. You have value, lots of value. God didn't make a mistake when He sent His only begotten Son to the cross. He sent Him there for you. And you need to wake up. You need to go into a quiet room by yourself with nobody else around and quietly pray. My wife and I baptized each other in the swimming pool. I've been saved for a long time. But my wife and I have never been baptized except as a child because I grew up as a Catholic. But My wife and I baptized each other in the swimming pool. So that's okay. You can do that. Signing out. Have a good day. Repo Man 64.